Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch Hero Grandmaster series with Coach Theory. And we're excited this week. We put a poll out there to see who everyone was interested in learning. And we actually had a tie between Doomfist and D.Va. So we're going to do D.Va first. D.Va's kind of an oldie. I think originally they're on launch even. So long time character for a lot of people. Really excited. I've played D.Va here and there. I've had some really good rounds and some bad rounds, and sometimes, I feel like, oh yeah, I really understand this character, and then the next round I get destroyed, and I'm like, clearly I don't. So I'm excited to dive into this one with Coach Theory and really better understand D.Va. So let's take it away.
Yeah. So when we look at D.Va, she's actually a very unique tank because we got like our brawl tanks like the Ryan, the Zarya, like low mobility tanks. And then we've got like hyper dive tanks like that are super aggressive like Doomfist and Winston. And then D.Va's kind of in the middle. She still wants to dive, but it's not as aggressive as the Doomfist or Winston would. So she's kind of in the middle of them, but she still is going to be more dive than a Zarya or Ryan would be. She's going to be looking to control more high grounds and take angles that a Zarya wouldn't be able to or Reinhardt wouldn't be able to. So starting off, her D.Va's primary fire is just going to be a shotgun, so high damage at closer ranges. And the way you're going to close your distance to get close range is going to be your thrusters, okay? So you just fly in any direction that you're looking, and you can cancel these thrusters again just by pressing it. So if you get to somebody and you don't want to fly past them, well, you just press it again, and then you're continuing the shotgun. And then you have your missiles, which are just going to be like another close range burst damage ability. So you're just kind of combining that with your thrusters when you're getting close, and it's just good extra damage. But so this is her big main like super strong ability though, defense matrix. So you can kind of just tap into this resource whenever you want when you hold right click, and then it'll recharge over time. But so defense matrix, it denies all projectiles from the game. Any projectile you can think of, even if it's like a Zarya ultimate, a Mei ultimate, it'll straight up just delete it if you look at it. So it's crazy. There's going to be a few exceptions, like Sigma's Rock, you can't eat that. And then like Zarya's Beam, any beam things, you can't eat those. But like 99% of projectiles, you can straight up just completely deny. Like an on a sleep dart, an on a grenade, an Ash Dynamite. It's almost anything. So it might be the best ability in the game, to be honest. It's insane. So when you're playing D.Va, you just kind of want to trade your defense matrix for strong enemy cooldowns or projectiles. And then you're just kind of going in and out with your boosters, looking for shotgun damage and missiles. And then your ultimate is that self-destruct. I usually want to see you use this as a second life. Just kind of extend your uptime. You can go super hard in, and then like they commit all your cooldowns on you. Now you can kind of just trade your ultimate for them, because then you just remech after. If you actually get demeched from taking damage,
Got it.
then you have to like pistol with baby D.Va over time, and like you'll charge it pretty fast. But if you ult like as you're demeching, the way they make it, it's like there's just a window during you demech where you can pop your ult, and then if you did pop ult, you can instantly just remech right after.
So when I'm calling my mech back, I've seen where I can actually kill somebody, right? So if I hit Q here,
Yeah.
the mech coming back actually will it insta kill anybody, or is it a lot of damage, or what is it?
So yeah, it's just like a lot of damage. It'll insta kill like any DPS or support, I believe. Maybe Reaper or Mei might tank it with like 1 HP. I'm not sure, but
Gotcha.
it does around like 250 to 300 damage, something like that.
Got it.
And then I guess one more thing is you can like with your ult you can combine your boosters. So if I start boosters and I ult, the boosters will continue to push my ultimate.
Got it.
Okay, so playing Blizzard World. Alright, really quick. That's something that happens so much on this map is whenever people hold up here, and it's just not good. So first of all, why do you think it's not good? Like I think we've talked about it a little bit before, but
We have. It's because there's no. It's contested space, or what's the term you use for it?
yeah, like this high ground's actually just neutral space. It's
Neutral
not a
space.
good place for your backline to play, and like this choke point is very tempting to try to hold. And when people do hold this, it's with a full team of coordination, and they're all playing to play like close and brawl them with Mei walls and stuff. But in ranked play, my team isn't gonna do that. They're trying to play here because of this high ground. But me, so like whenever I play up here, it's making my team have to play up here, and that makes them a liability compared to me just playing the point chokes. Then my team gets to play this high ground, and they're just so much safer up here. There's just no reason to play up here when it's making my team take away more damage. So
And there's
that's
not
really
really, I mean,
the
do
main
they
point.
think by those extra 20 or 30 yards or whatever, right, that it's going to make a huge difference when, to your
It,
point, there's that liability?
it doesn't make a huge difference unless you're actually playing brawl, then it is worth it. If you're playing like with a full team and you guys are all communicating, and you're not playing up here because of the high ground. The high ground's irrelevant. You're just playing up here to contest the choke, right, and play close.
Got it.
But
So,
even at
so
that
9
point,
times out of 10, are you saying in a ranked match? I know.
honestly, in a ranked match, 10 out of 10, I would always play point. 10 times out of 10, I'm always playing the point corners, and I'm just pivoting back and forth from these left and right chokes in ranked, absolutely every time.
Got it. And how do you convey to your team? Because obviously they're positioning up there.
What I do, it's funny. As a tank, like your body language, I guess, kind of impacts how your team plays. So I always just try to like sit back before the round starts and like hope they realize my tank's not there. And I'm just like, maybe I'll be like group up. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That's what I
yeah,
was thinking. Like the emote, like group
yeah.
on, group on me or whatever. Yeah.
But yeah. So diving into this. So this guy's starting on Sigma. But yeah, right now we're really just looking to play these two chokes, and it might kind of feel like if you're ever doing something like this, you might feel like, oh, I'm like not doing anything, like I need to do something. But remember, they have to capture the point. All I'm worrying about is defending the point, is just standing on the point as best as I can. So my Moira is up here. I'm just trying to get her out of here, or my Moira. Echo. Testing, we're falling back. Okay, we get a pick on Tracer. So right now, not many thoughts. I'm just like occasionally defense matrixing any cooldowns I can. But you saw there, I contested the Echo. I'm trying to mark this Echo anytime she goes in, but it's like reactionary. So Sigma, this Sigma is just too far in. Like they were down a player. He was already poked like the half health, so I recognized I could go in on him. But so with my boosters, you can kind of see that on this Echo, I'll like fly in and out. It's like just like my cycle. You're flying in, looking for damage, and then we're going back out. And I'm just making sure this Echo can't engage on my team. Okay, but now we're down Tracer. We gotta give up space. Okay, was Zenyatta. And here you can see I'm looking around a lot. I'm really trying to look at my team. Like, is my team okay? Echo goes in. Okay, we're marking this Echo, right? We need to. If Echo's in my space, she needs to leave or die, and she dies because she doesn't live. And okay, so this guy switches to Zarya, and I'm sure a lot of you think, Zarya hard counter D.Va or whatever. But the main thing against Zarya is just playing where Zarya can't and playing like out of Zarya's reach. Because what does Zarya do? She like goes to my defense matrix, right? But as D.Va, I have mobility. I have my boosters. So it's about like flying to places where Zarya isn't. It's like if Zarya is here, then I just go where she's not and find value elsewhere. Like I just want to engage on my team or on her team wherever the Zarya isn't, so that she can't get value on me. And like I'm so much faster that whenever I engage on Zarya team, it's gonna take her way longer to actually walk on my team. So by the time I engage and Zarya tries to walk on my team, like I already got my value and I'm back out. And then like the Zarya is probably isolated because of that. You can see Zarya is pushing left side. I'm just getting out of her range, and then now I'm contesting this Echo.
I did see you were defense matrixing her like grenade or lob.
Oh, wait, who? Oh, the Zarya.
Yeah, her right click,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you can defense matrix though. Okay, here I'm using my ult, right? Just like the extra life, like we talked about, just to help me just get back in the fight. And there's a lot happening here. But honestly, it really just came down to the enemy team getting their ults and my team not. Okay, we do more ults, so now we're walking with this pressure, and I'm going past Zarya, right? I went past the Zarya to make that pressure. Then they end up Zen ulting. So this fight we did our best, but there really wasn't much else we could do, to be honest. My team made too many misplays, and then like our Tracer pulse bomb came out too late, and it was just really just a thing of ultimates. They had their ultimates before my teammates, so we just got out pressured. That's all. It's fine though. It was really important that I boosted to pass their Zarya when my Moira ulted, and that was an attempt to force them on point, and it was good. But then their Zenyatta ulted, and there was just too much pressure. Okay, here, going past Zarya again. And then we're pivoting back to that Zarya right after. And we drop down to LOS. Okay, and now look, Zarya drops down. Well, I go up. Guess what? Zarya doesn't have mobility, so she can't come help anymore. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we're forcing these guys, but Zarya ults on my team. We die. Okay, all good. So we just have to die. And by the way, at this point of the game, my whole team is telling me to switch off of D.Va because I'm getting hard countered. My whole team's telling me, you know, you can't do anything. Zarya beats D.Va. Zarya beats D.Va. But in reality, she honestly just doesn't. She doesn't. Like in a head-to-head matchup, you're gonna lose, right? But it's about using that mobility to get around the Zarya. So the game's going a little bit rough right now, but you'll see my team will kind of adapt, and I'll get a little bit better at where I'm engaging. Okay, we're going past Zarya again onto this brig. Okay, and because of that, she's forced to bubble her brig, right? That's one less bubble she can use on herself now. Again, past the Zarya on brig, and now we're just popping ult for that second life again. It allows us, it enables us to go for these hard engagements and then stay in the fight with my ult. And when I pop my ult, I'm kind of just like dancing around my D.Va bomb because it actually, you can't like shoot through it. It's kind of like a little cover while the bomb's active.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Alright, so now we're just looking to play on this high ground. And the reason we play on this high ground is because this is all just like open space, okay? And when they're going into this open space, they're taking damage, they're losing the resources over time. And as somebody with mobility, say like D.Va or Winston, we can contest them over and over again from this high ground. So I'm just like trying to go in and out, and then over time they're gonna lose these resources because they're not having any disengagements. They can't disengage anywhere because they're in the open space. But my team has a nice safe place to, you know, keep disengaging to, and I can just come back up here, get healed, and I'm just going back in. But like Zarya, she's gonna have to be using all of her bubbles just to live down here. But me, I don't have to use my defense matrix because I get to play the cover on the high ground. So it's about just playing for a longer fight, playing for multiple fights over time, and then eventually they're just gonna run out of resources, and then you can hard engage on them from the high ground. And that's what's so nice about it. You get to control when the fight happens because you can drop on them, but they can't come up to you. And then we're just holding this choke up to the high ground so they can't get up, but they're trying to get the high ground, which is the right play. Okay. I'm looking back on my team, seeing where Tracer is. I'm seeing where my Tracer is. I'm staying very aware. It's important I have awareness. And now I'm just backing LOSing the Zarya. Okay, this is bad for me. I was kind of trying to contest the Echo, but she wasn't doing anything yet. But it's fine. Like we're disengaging. It's still okay. We're going past Zarya on the Baptiste for immortality. So I was kind of just a little impatient. I could have waited longer. Like they weren't contesting yet. But honestly, my team again was just making a few too many mistakes. It was really hard for me to actually do anything here. My team's just getting outpoked by the end of the team, and you know it happens. It happens. But same thing though. It's important that I'm not fighting Zarya because in that matchup I'm gonna lose it, right? But in the matchup where I'm diving past Zarya, that's where I'm getting my value. So now again I'm utilizing this high ground to walk past the Zarya. Okay, and then this Tracer's on my soldier. I was trying to defense matrix the pulse bomb. I was just a little bit too slow. So team gets rolled. It's fine. We disengage. First an Ekigao, and that forces a bubble. And you see, you know, they're using ults. Okay, we're giving up space. And I'm sure everybody's experienced this before. It doesn't feel good. You're just like getting stuck in your spawn. But it's important to realize that they're using all of their ults to do this. So now, whenever we come back, we have our ults. So we're continuing soldier ulting. Right now, I'm just trying to like defense matrix their Baptiste window, and then I fly up there to make distance from the Zarya again. But then their Echo ults. Again, like there's really just nothing for me to do in this fight. Like my team had ults. My Moira didn't even pop her ult. I was stretching them from to get ult value, and I was just trying to just counter the Baptiste ult and like let my soldier take the angle with my defense matrix. But I think their Echo just like copied me and then was defense matrixing my soldiers, so he couldn't do anything. So there was just a lot happening. It was rough. It was rough. It's okay though. We're gonna see on attack ahead here.
And how's chat going at this point?
What with my team?
Yeah.
Oh, they couldn't be more angry at me. I remember in like before they're like, you know, I think we should get off D.Va, and like I didn't get off D.Va, and they're like, okay, they're kind of accepting defeat a little bit, I guess. I don't know. It's like, it's over. We have D.Va versus Zarya, but you know, it doesn't work like that. Right now, I'm looking for this Tracer. Find Tracer, I ping her.
So you are
And
marking, so middle mouse marking
Yeah.
key targets.
Yeah.
Is that like prioritization?
Or
letting
I
people
mean,
know who you're targeting?
I kind of just want them to just like know where people are. And right now, I'm being careful because they have, so Sombra just killed my soldier. I'm trying to force them out, and then there's still a Tracer. So like I can engage when my team's getting flanked, you know. And we're also down one. So I'm just focusing on just forcing these flankers out a little bit. And waiting for my soldier to get back. Okay. My team gets hacked. We're chilling. LOSing that Zarya, forcing Sombra out. And now, this is very important here, okay? What I'm doing here is I'm utilizing this high ground. When I go up to this high ground, this is Zarya can't fight me. She can walk on my team, yes, but my team's job is to also make distance from the Zarya. And like, if my team's playing back here, they can still support me, and the Zarya can't reach me. So right now, I'm just like playing up here, and I can still get healed from my Kiriko. Like, the importance is that I can still get healed, but I can't take damage from Zarya, okay? So Sombra comes up. I'm making, look, I shoot Sombra, cancel the hack. Okay, she gets bubbled, and now we're back out. But like, what I did was look at that space. I made Sombra come contest me. Now Sombra's not on my team. You know what I mean? And it's, I'm focusing.
Your team, right?
Yeah, exactly. And so what I was going to do is I'm trying to get to this high ground, and then once I get my resources back, like get my flight, get my health up from my team, then I'm trying to drop on these guys back here. Okay?
Got it.
So yeah, and like as a dive, any kind of dive hero or any dive compositions in the game, they're focusing on taking multiple fights with high value, high spikes of value. So I'm flying in, like, using my missiles, using my shots, just doing a bunch of damage, and then I'm flying back out when I can, like over and over again, and that's like kind of wearing them down over time. Okay, and then we're forcing out Tracer, and now again forcing out Sombra. Hey, we see Brig, we go on Brig. Okay, Brig dies. Yeah, we're just shooting Zarya. The reason I'm shooting her so much here is I know she doesn't have any bubbles, so I could get some missile value. Okay, again, forcing out Sombra. Okay, here. I didn't realize Tracer was also shooting me from a different angle, so I got D-Mech. That was my bad. I should have just defense matrixed the damage, and then continued to force him out. But we don't have Mech. Okay, let's play our distance and get our Mech back. That's all. We're just playing slow, playing safe. We get a lucky pick on Tracer, so that's good. Again, we're just playing very safe. I don't want my team to have to heal me at all right now. It'd be very bad. So now I'm getting back on my Mech. And, okay, we're flying in on this Brig, because the Brig's way too close. Okay, EMP, now we gotta wait. Okay, back up to the high ground so Zarya can't shoot me. And yeah, we gotta help my team. I'm defense matrixing damage on them. And we're forcing out Zarya. And now, there, when I'm defense matrixing, the Ana's heals. So Ana was trying to heal Zarya, and I blocked all the heals onto Zarya there. Okay, that was very important that I did that.
Okay.
So Zarya's in my team space.
Didn't even catch that.
Yeah, Zarya's in my team space. Now I just defense matrix all of Ana's heals, and so she dies, right?
Will you go back to that real quick? That's a really interesting thing that I never thought of, especially with Kiriko and Ana, where you have non-beam heals.
Yeah. I don't think Kiriko's heals can get eaten.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I guess they're not really considered a projectile as much. It's weird the way they work. But
you can eat Ana nade too, yeah.
Yeah, on a nade, on a sleep, everything. So, yeah, here, let's look at this from the free camera here. So first of all, Sombra EMP'd, right? My team insta just killed her, which is great. But it's important that I recognize, like, my team's getting hit by Sombra EMP, and we gotta, like, wait till Sombra's forced out. If Sombra was still alive, like, I'd be shooting Sombra, and then, like, I'd be, you know, being careful, because my team needs to get healed from this EMP. Like, my supports are trying to keep my teammates alive from the EMP, so I'm not going to get that many heals. So that's why I immediately disengage onto the high ground right here, so Zarya doesn't kill me. And I'm telling you, like, no, like, not to, like, flame you guys, but you all would have just died to Zarya right here, because you would have, you know, you just would have been sitting in Zarya in the matchup. Like, it's important that you create that distance from Zarya and go play a high ground. Like, that is D.Va's strength, okay? So now we're playing the high ground, getting resources back, okay? Now, ults are being traded, and look at this. I'm also defense matrixing like this could block any Ana nades coming in. I guess I don't know what this Ana nade was, but this Ana nade wasn't so terrible. you know, my Mei wall would have blocked anyways, but if the Mei wall didn't block, my defense matrix would have blocked the on nade, which is very important, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And just any damage coming onto my team. And so then we end up freezing Zarya. And then right here, Ana's trying to heal her, but she can't. Oh, and look at this sleep dart too. Sleep dart tries to come through. We eat the sleep dart, and we just eat the rest of the heals on that Zarya. And this the Brigitte heals are still coming through, but it's very minimal compared to the Ana heals, right?
Yeah, the
So,
armor packs or whatever.
Yeah, yep.
Interesting. Okay. And I saw you were on the other side. The defense matrix passed through her. Right?
Yeah, defense matrix. It really is like a kind of a long thing. Like if we look at it here, I guess it's not really showing it. Hold on. So like this whole thing, if anything gets caught in this, like it gets any projectile, like this whole way. So like when I hold it like this, like even if his shot's coming through like this or like this, like it'll still get eaten. So it's a pretty big range on it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oops. Okay. Let's bring it back a bit. Okay. So we did this. So at this point, you know, they're down a tank. It's gonna be hard for them to recontest. Forcing that. Fighting Ana. But now, like Ana, this Ana, what is she contributing to the fight? I've already forced her out. Like she's very passive. How is Ana gonna help this Sombra? How is Ana gonna help this Tracer? You know, like this Brig. Like ideally, we're kind of fighting this Brig, but you know they don't have a tank, so we're just kind of just shooting people that are contesting the point. So I forced out this Ana. And now I'm just coming back to the point because Ana can't help these people anymore. So I'm flying straight onto this Tracer. Whereas Tracer, she's out. Okay, kill Sombra. And, you know, it's very important that you don't engage on people that aren't contributing to the fight anymore.
So there's even if they're low, chasing them down to try to get the team wipe or whatever really is just not.
Yeah. You know, if you can get the kill, it might be worth it. But it's very important that you recognize, like, your downtime in that moment. Like, if it takes you way too long to chase them, your team might have died while you're doing that, you know, because you weren't in the main fight. Okay, so I always ping Widowmakers for my team. Like it's kind of, I guess, Tank's job to do that because I won't die when I see Widowmaker. I always like to ping Widowmakers. I'm just pinging her for my team. And we're just kind of LOS thing from the low ground right now. And then you're gonna see I kind of take multiple engagements. I go up with rockets. Okay, we're back down now, right? We force the Sojourn slide. We're back in, we're back out, okay? And so now Zarya, I don't know why she fell, but now Zarya is disconnected from her team. Look, she's in our space. All of my team can see the Zarya. Nobody on her team can see her. This Baptiste is trying to keep her up, but we just all collapse on Zarya because she's in the open now. And Brig comes down and she ults to try to keep her up, but it's just not enough. Like, they dropped on the low ground, and now I'm gonna punish this. We're on Zarya, and we're on Brig, and they're dead. And so that's, you know, a big thing about people with mobility is that whenever I was defending that point, I could disengage back up to the high ground whenever I wanted to. But Zarya, the second she drops, she's committed, you know? She can't go anywhere else, so. It's very important that when you don't have mobility, you're not dropping off the high ground like that, unless you guys are ready to hard engage. Okay, I'm shooting Zarya, and then when she bubbles, I stop shooting her. Okay, she doesn't have bubbles, I'm committing, and now I disengage back up to this high ground. And on this high ground, again, like Zarya can't reach me up here, but I can still get healed. And then you're gonna see what I do. I continue to just engage, I walk. What's great about high ground is like, normally when I close the distance, I have to use my boosters to get to them, right? But if I have a high ground like this, I can walk along the high ground, and that's how I close the distance. So whenever I close the distance this way, then I have my boosters to get out, instead of having to use them to get in. So it's very, very, very good if you can use high grounds this way and just help you save your boosters. I'm in and then I'm out. And look at this, Zarya gets forced back, and you know then I'm out. If Zarya stays in, then I can stay in a little longer. But the second Zarya comes in, then I just leave. Okay, this was bad by me. It was fine, but I really got screwed by when the Sombra hacked me, so it canceled my boosters. But so everybody was looking at me. If everybody's looking at me like that and they're already playing to counter my dive, I don't need to dive because I already have that pressure. None of those guys are looking at my team. They're not contesting my team. But it's like the second they start pressuring my team, where Zarya tries to walk on them a little bit, then that's when I need to be walking in. So that was just a mistake for me. And by the way, like I used my defense matrix on that Sojourn grenade. It ate that Sojourn grenade. Same thing, back to the high ground. We're getting a lot of damage here though. So we're trying to play passive. Back up to the high ground. Zarya can't reach me. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, things like this will also be map dependent. If it's a map with less high grounds, it's like a capture the point map. Zarya is gonna have more of an advantage there against D.Va. But when there's maps with high grounds, I would even argue that D.Va has the better matchup because she can utilize those high grounds. Okay, Zarya's the only one in. All I'm doing is shooting Zarya because she doesn't have support at that moment. Okay, and then we're backing up, and then we're back in. Because, like, it's just a split second. I'm disengaging to get healed back up, and then I'm instantly back in. Just how dive should be. Okay, so there we go. And the way to think about it is, you know, can Zarya get heals in this moment? If no, okay, I'm going to shoot the Zarya. But then, like, once the supports walk forward, then I'm engaging past the Zarya onto the supports. Okay.
So y'all have they have a minute 10. You have 2.5 minutes.
Yep. And sometimes I'll get like really complicated with how I think about the entire team and like the matchup between everybody, but this game, honestly, all I was thinking about was D.Va versus Zarya. All I was thinking was maintain my distance with Zarya and engage on her team where she can't shoot me. That's the main things I was thinking about. Okay, and I'm just here. I like try to defense matrix that Zenyatta, like right click charge up. Okay, Sombra's in. By the way, I don't know why my team's not playing on the high ground, but whatever. So
How has the Sombra buff been? Like, do you really feel that 3-second lockout versus 1.5?
Oh, so yeah, on the EMP, absolutely. That thing is ridiculous. They gotta nerf that. Not a fan. Okay, we're on the Sojourn, and then we're back out. We force Sojourn to slide out. Yeah, we got space. Now we're focusing on first Sombra, and I'm defensive matrixing my Torrid burn so he doesn't die. I should have killed Sombra there, but anyways, we're defense matrixing back out to my team.
One other thing is you have defense. You can shoot rockets while you have defense matrix, but you can't shoot your machine gun, right?
Yes, that is true. Correct. Yep. Okay, now we're flying away to the Zarya. So here it took me too long to disengage from Zarya. This was a big mistake for me to get demeched. But now, you know, we're still in the fight. We're playing our distance. We're prioritizing Zenyatta. And the Zarya like doesn't even really know I'm here, which is kind of funny. But I'm like trying to LOS her with the pillar. And like if she walks on me and I'm just gonna dance around the pillar and then get my mech back. But yeah, I mean, they only had like a minute or something, so it's a tough cap for them to actually do.
Yeah. So just go into that real quick, just so we don't miss it for people, because I didn't realize it. Yeah. While you're boosting, you can shoot your rockets, you can shoot your machine guns.
Yes, yes.
But while you're using your defense matrix, you can only shoot your rockets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
But you can attack while you're using your defense matrix with those rockets, which is good to know.
True. That is good to know. I don't know why I didn't say that. I have no idea.
No, it's okay. It got brought up to me at one point by somebody. I'm like, oh, I can still,
Yeah, so it's good, especially if you're trying to like defense matrix heals, then you can still be pumping in a little extra damage while you're blocking the heals, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, so this guy, like, he started the game on Sigma, and then he swapped to Zarya, because he's like, counter D.Va, counter D.Va, counter D.Va. That's what he's thinking himself.
Right.
I'm telling you. But now he switched to Orisa, and I guess now his idea is like just hard sustain, you know, hard sustain because I'm pressuring his team. Like he wants more sustain for himself. And you know, Orisa, it's the same matchup for me. I'm just ignoring the Orisa because Orisa has so much sustain for herself that she's just unkillable if she has consistent support from her teammates. So I'm focusing on engaging on her backline, the same way I'm doing the Zarya, and I'm engaging in places where Orisa can't contest me because Orisa doesn't have mobility, right? That's her weakness. I'm just DMing for my team to walk. I showed a defense matrix that nade. I'm pretty sure I missed the next one too. It's just funny. Okay, we're forcing a Sombra. Being a little careful. Looking around, seeing what's going on with my team. It's important I'm saying where. Okay, there's the nade I missed. Okay. So, and there's a sleep dart I missed. Okay. Hope Sombra's on my team. We gotta force out Sombra. I'm shooting Sombra. Force out Sombra first. Okay. And we kind of punished this Sombra for engaging like that. Get that kill, but we lost our Mei, so it's even. But now this Baptiste is up here, and this Baptiste is all alone. Look this. Baptiste all alone. Ana was down here, so she couldn't actually see the Baptiste, so I hard came on this Baptiste. Baptiste should have just walked to his Ana that was down here instead. He walked the wrong way. But also, Ana should just be on this high ground with Baptiste, to be honest. Like, these guys are just split, but, like, I recognize it, so I punish the Baptiste, right? I hunt down this Baptiste. So now I'm hunting Baptiste, I get the kill on him. And what's also great, is, like, when you're pressuring a support like this, and the other support's trying to help them, what that means is the Orisa has no help the entire time. So look, now Orisa's 1 HP, because I, found a Baptiste out of position, and, like, it doesn't even matter if I don't kill this Baptiste. I just killed him because I punished his mistake, but, like, he shouldn't die, right? But he should be getting help from Ana at least. So, like, Ana is helping Baptiste, and, like, they're helping each other if I'm doing it right. Like, maybe I defense matrix a couple cooldowns from the Ana. And, like, so when I do that, then that's already gonna force the Orisa back anyway. So even if I didn't kill Baptiste, this Orisa would die anyways, because no supports were actually in the fight.
You basically, in a way, quote unquote, CC'd their supports, right?
Yeah. So now we're just prioritizing Ana, and, like, you can see in this fight, I didn't even look at Orisa. I didn't look at her once. I had no idea where she was, to be honest. All I was focused on is, like, oh, out of position Baptiste. Okay, let's go on him. Boom. And it was actually that simple. And Orisa didn't recognize that she had no support, but she should have been playing the point, and guess where she wasn't? She was playing in front of the point, like how I say you should never do, and that's why she died. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. That's D.Va. That's D.Va.
That's great. No, I love the pokes, right? And you call that dive? Is that?
Yeah.
So that's the dive play style. So you go in and then you go out.
Dive play style. So you're focusing on taking a large amount of fights. But they're short fights, right? There are lots of short fights, but these short fights have really high spikes of value. That's what you're focused on, okay? As opposed to Orisa. Orisa's gonna take less fights than dive, but they're gonna be longer fights with, like, lower spikes of value, but they're gonna be, like, longer, more sustained fights. So I don't want to fight into the longer fights. I don't want to fight in those fights because she can sustain them. I just want to take shorter fights so that they lose the resources over time, okay? Because they don't get as much value from shorter fights, because, like, the Baptiste abilities, what Baptiste does is enables his team to stay in the fight longer. You know what I mean?
Yep. So when you
I'm
get him to pop
just trying,
lamp, then you're just
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm just trying to take multiple short fights, and then eventually I will hard engage once we have a resource advantage.
Gotcha. Well, awesome. I learned a ton today, and D.Va has been. I have some. Well, let's just say this. I have a lot of cool skins for her that I want to use. I just, for selfish reasons, obviously, I spent money at some point on time on skins, and the fact that I just am completely incapable of playing her. But with all the concept of dive, and we'll do another video that goes more into the different play styles, the dive, the brawl, and what's the other one? Poke. Okay, yeah. So the three different styles. Like, we'll go into that more. You've done that with me personally, and it's been super great. But again, as a reminder, Coach Theory does one-on-one coaching, or he'll coach with your team, or watch your scrims, or do live coaching, etc. over on his Fiverr. If you want to go check him out, we have a link in the description. But he has all sorts of knowledge drops. We had a little delay since our last video because the finals dropped. We've been playing a lot of finals. We're now playing ranked, and it's interesting how much of the knowledge translates over, and how much kind of a new challenge emerges with the dynamic nature of destruction. So we are going to be putting out some videos around the finals as well, but we are going to continue this series and continue. I know Coach Theory is continuing to grind through the ranks and is back up to Grandmaster this season already. So we're still going to go hard on Overwatch, but we are going to have some additional content around the finals as well. So stay tuned to the channel for that, in addition to more hero spotlights and breakdowns like we've been doing. And beyond that, again, Coach Theory, thanks for the knowledge drop. Always very insightful. And every time, even today, we played our first quick play in a while of our first ranked match in a while of Overwatch. I played Sojourn, and I just felt like I knew exactly what I was doing. Now, it was more of a matter of my mechanics on landing my rails and things than it was actually like the baseline understanding of positioning. And I wasn't getting caught out of position, and I wasn't getting nuked down because I was playing angles and all those things. It all had just come with the fundamentals that you've taught. So again, very much appreciate all the knowledge that you provide.
Yeah, of course, dude. It's been awesome.
Anything else you got to say?
No. If you guys, just comment down below, like any, I guess, questions or future heroes, like whatever future heroes you guys want to see, drop them down, and I will be more than happy to play some games with them and tell you guys what I think.
Awesome. One other thing we're going to do as part of the video today is we're going to do a giveaway of the season pass. So I'll comment down below, and we'll pick somebody at random and get you the premium season pass for the new season that dropped. Again, excited to move on to the next one, and thanks again for your time, Coach Theory.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.